Everything you've done, every choice you've made, and every path you've followed or avoided has brought you to where you are today. But imagine if you could change your reality simply by changing the way you think, the way you communicate with yourself and others, and how you sequence your actions for success. I promise you, this will be the most affordable, efficient, and almost effortless way to create the life of your dreams, and I'm here to help you do just that. But let's start with some big questions. What are your hopes and dreams? What do you really want for yourself? And more importantly, what's truly possible for you and how do you make it a reality? If these questions felt overwhelming or out of reach, you're not alone. And even if you know what you want, whether it's hitting that $1 million milestone, quitting the 9-to-5 grind to build your own business, or finding the relationship that finally feels like the one, the real challenge is, despite knowing what you want, despite making plans, despite all the vision boards and goal setting, why does it feel like you're spinning in circles? You see, most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because their beliefs, their goals and values aren't aligned. And that is where the real work begins. It's not just about doing more, working harder, or changing habits. It's about understanding how your internal world interacts with the goals you set. And let me tell you why. Picture this. You have a goal. Let's say it's to get in the best shape of your life. You've got the gym membership, the meal plan, the workout schedule. But after a couple of weeks, all those goals go out of the window. Why? You see, your goals don't exist in a vacuum. In fact, I will go ahead and say setting goals never work. And if you want to hear my thoughts on that, check out the video right here. But you need to know that your goals live in the same space as your beliefs and your values. If your goal is to get fit, but deep down you believe that you're just not a healthy person, or you can never look good, or you're just not the type of person who sticks with things, guess what? That belief will sabotage you. Your belief will work against your goal. You see, beliefs are powerful. They shape how you see the world and, more importantly, how you see yourself. So if you believe on some level that you're not good enough or deserving of success, that belief will override your best efforts. This is where many of us get stuck. We don't even realize the hidden beliefs that are holding us back. Then what about values? Well, values are what drives your decisions, often unconsciously. They're the things you prioritize, whether you realize it or not. If your goal is to be financially independent, but one of your core values is security and you're afraid to take risks, guess what happens? You will keep choosing safety, even if it means staying stuck in that 9-to-5 job that you can't stand. It's not because you don't want financial freedom, it's because your values are in conflict with your goal. Think of it like a sailboat. Your goal is like the direction you want to sail. And your beliefs are the wind that can either push you forward or hold you back. And your values, they're actually the wheels steering your decisions. So if your beliefs and values aren't aligned with your goals, you're going to sail in circles no matter how much effort you put into moving forward. So if you want to achieve real change, the first step isn't more action. It's understanding what's beneath that action. And this happens most in our personal relationships. Think of it this way. You might be determined to find a partner who makes you feel loved and appreciated. But if deep down you believe that you're hard to love or that relationships always end in heartbreak, you're going to subconsciously push people away. That belief will shape your actions, whether it's self-sabotage, avoiding vulnerability, or choosing the wrong partner again and again. So what can you do? Well, it starts by getting honest with yourself. You see, we all filter our reality through a set of beliefs, experiences, and assumptions. Ever noticed how two people can look at the same situation and have completely different reactions? That's because we generalize, delete, and distort information based on our internal maps of the world. So think about, what are your core beliefs about success, about relationships, or even your self-worth? Are they empowering or are they holding you back? Are you prioritizing things like comfort and security when your goals are to be bolder and daring? Once you've identified the gaps between your beliefs and values and your goals, you can begin to close them. You start by adjusting your beliefs, replacing disempowering thoughts with ones that support your ambitions. Then you realign your values so they're not just a reflection of what's comfortable, but a reflection of what you truly want. Think of a common issue. Let's say someone constantly struggles with public speaking. Their inner dialogue might sound like, I'm terrible at speaking in front of people, or everyone will think I'm a fraud. Now, these are generalizations and distortions. So, by using the meta model, we can break these thoughts down, almost challenge them, and create new mental structures. Another powerful tool NLP offers is anchoring. If you've ever felt a burst of energy when listening to your favorite song, or felt instantly calmer by just smelling something familiar, you've experienced anchoring. So imagine you could create a state of confidence and calm just before a high pressure meeting or an important conversation. Through anchoring, you can attach those feelings to specific triggers, allowing you to activate that state whenever you need it. It's like having a switch that you can turn on anytime you feel stressed, nervous, or even overwhelmed. Now, think about how that could change your day to day experience. That meeting that used to drain you, now it becomes something that you actually look forward to because you've anchored in confidence. That workout you kept avoiding, suddenly you're motivated and driven because you've learned to shift your emotional state instantly. But it doesn't stop there. NLP isn't just about internal change, it's about building better communication and influence. So, there's a concept of leading, as we call it in NLP, which is basically the ability to guide conversations both with yourself and with others in a way that gets you the desired outcomes. So, for example, in your relationship, you could guide difficult discussions towards solutions rather than arguments. You become more influential, not just with others, but also with yourself. And do you know what the most exciting part of NLP is? It's that once you've mastered the tools of meta models, anchoring and leading, and the others, you start to see a ripple effect. The small shifts in how you think and feel translate into changing your thoughts and behavior. And as we know from neuroscience, repeated behaviors become habits. Habits shape who you are, and over time, they define your identity. And there's proof of that because NLP studies have shown that it can actually change your brain's natural wiring, basically leveraging the way your neurons fire and form connections. So every time you learn something new or break an old pattern, your brain rewires itself, and this is called neuroplasticity. NLP taps into this by making changes at an unconscious level, which is where real change happens. And I could go on and on about future pacing, reframing, calibration, NLP circle of excellence, but I'll stop right there and give you the opportunity to explore it with me one on one. So go right ahead and click on the link in the description box below so we can together work to get you to your new reality.